character, because not only did you like look amazing and fit, I was like, she's so tan and so in shape. Oh my God, I want to be her. but in addition to that, how did you prep to be a photographer and to kind of embrace this role?
Yeah. Well, I'd taken photography classes one summer while I was in high school, and it had always been sort of a hobby I had messed around with a little bit, but then once I got to play Mason, it just seemed like a great opportunity to take it up again. So I got my camera out. I have an AE1 program, it's a Canon camera. It's what I learned to take photos on, and just bought a bunch of film and started taking photos on set to try and get in the mindset of what it'd be like to be her.
It's amazing. I mean, because you have it in your hands the entire time, and even these gripping moments, and you're clicking away. And so, what was it like to be on set? Obviously, the only, well, I'm sure crew were females around, but to be embraced by all of these male actors and to be around. And what was that like?
Oh man, pretty amazing, I guess. You know, I have never really worked in such an ensemble cast before, and so I was just sitting there in the middle of nowhere with like this group of people that I was just like climbing mountains and jumping off of things. I didn't know how to throw before this film, and I had to throw that lighter, and I didn't know how to throw. So it was amazing being on a set where about like 10 different people were like, I'll show you. We just had to take a little break on set and throw rocks and learn how to throw.
Sam was telling me that you planned all these outings, like you dinners and all these cool go-kart things. Talk about that and just having kind of fun on the set with everybody.
Yeah, well, you're in these incredible places that I had never been to before, and you've got a group of people that are just fun to be around. So I started planning these excursions on the weekends where we'd go do laser tag or karaoke or hold a baby koala, kind of just like whatever ridiculous thing that I could discover. And it was just really fun.
Making some, there's never been a Kong movie like this. I mean, this is a Kong like no other. I mean, it really was spectacular. Like the helicopter scene when you first see him, you're just like in awe. What do you think is the fascination of Kong all over the world still?
Well, for me, I think that he's an incredible enigma that I think we can relate to, because he is extremely powerful and has the ability to control if he wanted to, but instead he leads with his heart and is actually very sweet. He's very kind. He protects himself and will protect the things that he loves, but ultimately he's just a silent leader, and I think that that's heroic.
Talk about the story. Obviously, there's not a love story here necessarily, but you are the one that Kong kind of has a moment with, or you with him. Talk about that.
Well, Weaver is a real believer in humanity, and she's the one that steps into this situation without a weapon and never grabs one the entire time, because she's ready to connect and use vulnerability in order to get them out of the situation. So it seems natural that then Kong responds to that, and they end up having a moment that's very powerful, and ultimately leads them to save each other's lives, but it uses no words.
What was kind of the biggest challenge? Because I know you guys shot over 3 different continents. I mean, you're moving around. You have to be obviously doing all of these, you know, through jungles and all that. What was the most fun or the most challenging for you?
Well, I think the most challenging part was just the weather. You know, you don't realize that you're not in control of the weather, no matter what. And we're shooting outside, and there's no way to get around it. Like if it was 120 degrees, you keep shooting. If it was raining, got rained out, we'd have to shut down production. If it started hailing at one point while we were in Vietnam. And so that was kind of fascinating to me. You kind of get back to your roots and go like, oh, this is what it's like to be outside of a city, to not have electricity and Wi-Fi, but just like be with the land again was really exciting.